Hello, hello, hello. Peace and beautiful blessings. I'm Giovanna Tisdale. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my world. I am a spiritual healer, a body worker, a coach, here to help you live abundantly ever after by liberating your soul, healing your body, and freeing your mind. I am a tarot reader, also a tarot enthusiast. I have a collection that just continues to grow. And I want to share with you two decks that one of them I've had thanks to Abundant Life Tarot, who I absolutely adore, Kim. And I'm part of her Poised to Leap membership. And so she did a Q&A session this past week and mentioned this deck as being one of her favorites. So I had the deck, but only the digital version. So I had it as an app on my phone. I want to say it was probably one of the first digital oracles that I had. And that was just because I was working in corporate America at the time and couldn't bring all my decks. Eventually, I did have a big bag with some decks in it and crystals and anywho. So it is still one of my favorites. And I don't know why I never got the hard copy. I don't know. I don't recall ever looking for it. But when she pulled this baby out, I ordered it right then and there on her live. This is the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly Smith. This deck, I started working with this in 2014, I believe, when I was going through my life coach training. The cards did not miss. Like the messages were so profound. Yeah, when I saw the physical copy, it was like, you gotta get it, because this is my birthday month, and if I like it, I get it, I got it. And so I treated myself to Kelly Smith's Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle, because of course, like, this totally resonates with me. This is another deck that I really appreciated the artwork on. I love art. I like the textures in it, the colors. So we're gonna look at these. And then I saw she also had the Guiding Light Oracle. Don't know what this one is about. I was just like, we're getting both. And that's what your girl did. So today we're going to be taking a peek at these beautiful decks by Kelly T. Smith. So let's get into it. I have not worked with this deck in a while, and I'm so glad that Kim showed it. Like, I feel like that was Spirit saying, you need this deck. Especially, I think it'll be great to use with my clients as well. So I love the colors. Look how bright that is. It's just a good, happy feeling. So the cards are ginormous. I love that. But here's the guidebook. There are, I think, 77 cards in this deck. One of the things I most look forward to is moving and having my entire collection back together. I think I am nearing 362 decks, I believe. I have to check. I haven't entered these into my little my spreadsheet. I have a database where I track all of my decks. I do not know if it's accurate because most of my collection is in storage, so I only was able to input things that I was able to track through, like, receipts, or if I purchased it physically in the shop, and could enter it in there. So there might be more that I'm forgetting in my storage. Like, I'm very, like, I pray over my things, that they're always safe and protected. Like, my most important things are in there, and I'm ready to retrieve them. And I know that day is coming soon because I can see it. I can see the space. I envision myself sitting in the space and pulling out all my decks and organizing them. And oh, it's going to be a lot of videos about decks when I get my collection back. So yes, I already have this idea of how. So the way that I would categorize them was kind of by theme. And then I had certain collections that were like by creator. Like I have most of Doreen Virtue's decks. Those are still treasured decks. I still use them. I think it is ironic that the spiritual community would just toss her aside because she changed her views. The intention that was created in those decks, her teachings, first of all, were part of the things that I was doing to like save myself and transform my life. So that's like saying because Walmart closed, you got to throw out all the stuff you bought from Walmart. That's stupid. That's how I feel. She can renounce her teachings. She can change her belief systems, whatever she wants to do. She has every right to do so. And I appreciate the things that I have learned from her and the tools that she created that helped me in my life's journey. And that's how I look at it. So how did we get there? Anyways, I'll be talking, y'all. So inside the deck, the guidebook for the deck, she talks about what are the cards. And mind you, I haven't seen all of the cards because remember, I was just using the digital deck and I didn't go through on some of them. You can go through and like see all the cards in the deck. I don't think I've done that. So this is kind of like new-ish to me. So she talks about what is the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. I am going to sit down and read this guidebook today. She shares her dark night of the soul. I've been through many. And she talks about what is intuitive life coaching and the principles of that. Ooh, this is going to be so good. This reminds me of, who does Denise Lynn? She does the soul coaching. I really love her book. And she also has a certification that I was kind of like, ooh, should I do that? But I'm like, girl, you don't need another thing. I'm already doing, there's a few other training certifications that I would like to obtain. One is yoga. I shared how yoga and meditation saved my life. I don't know if it was a video or a blog post, but I'll have it on my site available at some point. And since I had started yoga, it's always been something that I wanted to obtain teaching certification in because I want to be able to incorporate that into the work that I'm doing. I just always wanted to be a yoga teacher. I think it's amazing. The transformation that happened, not only physically, but also internally, just so profound. And that's my preferred choice of body movement. I like saying body movement over exercise just because, yeah, body movement is just good for me. That sounds and feels better in my system than me saying, oh, I've got to go exercise or I've got to work out. Yeah, so I'm working on that. And then there were a couple other trainings that I wanted to do massage wise. I wanted to focus on oncology. I've had a few cancer patients that I've worked with. I do lymphatic draining, but there's also a certification that goes more in depth. I like to know what I'm doing and make sure that when someone comes to me after surgery that I'm, giving them the treatment that's going to really truly be beneficial for their body. So yeah, I appreciate learning and I appreciate being able to be an expert and making sure that the clients I work with are getting a high level of service. So anyways, she talks about what is life coaching and then goes into how to use the deck. She shares some questions that you can ask, how to prepare for yourself for the reading. And there are even some prayers in here that you can use. And then she shares how to interpret the reading along with some spreads and layouts. Ooh, she has a self-sabotage reading, a relationship healing reading. Okay, I'm here for this. And so that's nice. So there's quite a bit of information in the guidebook about each card. I love a beefy guidebook. So this brings me great joy. So she shares the keyword that appears on the card. There's a little paragraph or saying, and then she goes into more detail about the meaning. And there are even some intuitive coaching questions that you can ask or journal on to go even deeper into the message. phenomenal. I love this so much. Oh my gosh. Hunter got kicked out and he's upset about it. So you can probably hear him barking in the background. It's okay. He's okay. I remember one morning I'm like, oh my God, is he hurt? No, he's annoyed. He's just annoyed. So this is the back. Look how beefy these are. Okay, I've got to do a size comparison for you. So this is the size of the card. This is a standard size tarot card. So you can see it is quite large. And then this is the, I love this deck, the Giant Rider-Waite. And so there you go. I really appreciate the big cards. I know sometimes they can be a little tricky when it comes to like shuffling, but I just get to see the artwork more in detail. So this is Speaking Up. I like that it looks like embroidery, because if you've ever sewed or crocheted or did the little needle point, I used to do that all the time. I used to make bags and pillows, and I would design dresses. I was not that proficient to like make a dress, but my mother would then make them for me. And like, it's just, and I like art that also incorporates like fabric, and so like those multimedia pieces. Love it. Your soul is guiding you to stand in your light and speak your truth. Like, I'm just, oh, I'm getting like chills all over. Like, this deck is one of my favorite, like just to have it. Just thank you, Kim. Thank you so much, because I would have not thought about that deck until I saw it in your hands, and I bought it immediately and like didn't even have to think twice about it. So yeah, there's the Speaking Up card. Okay, let me put this back because it's kind of in my way. I can't wait. I treated myself to a few things, and I'm gonna rearrange my work area so that it is more in alignment with what I'm trying to do. It's gonna be so pretty. I can't wait. Okay, so then we have Metamorphosis, which talks about change, like the caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon. You are about to get your wings. Yes, love it. Then we have Self-Love. It almost looks like all of these can like go together and make a big, beautiful tapestry. We have The Void. I was just listening to a podcast episode that I recorded, Awareness, Clarity, and Change. I call those the 3 keys to living abundantly ever after. And was talking about like how after something happens, right, that's jarring, that shakes up our life, I call it the place of potential. And it is like a void. And what we do in that space is so important. So I was sharing how, in a comment under that podcast, how I feel like the past year, definitely 2023, a good portion of, yeah, it's been a little over a year, I'll say, that I feel like I've been in that place of potential. Like, I didn't do a lot. I was really allowing the changes in my life to settle, letting other people's ideologies and things just fall away so that I could figure out, like, I'm between this rock and this hard place. Where do I want to go from here? Like, what is next for me? And that was very powerful and profound. And like, man, when I tell you I've been like quantum leaping levels and healing, it's awesome. I'm definitely going to be sharing a lot more about this, y'all. I'm excited to be back because I have a lot to say and to share, and just experiences that I would like to create. Even like, and it's so funny because like sometimes at night I'm just dreaming up all of these ideas, and I've got my journal and I'm writing everything down, and all the things that I used to do that I wanted to do, like I'm doing them. Like, it's like, okay, it's time for you to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, so I know that art and fitness are going to be coming back into my life in profound ways. It's like I am gathering these pieces of me that had been lost and scattered. And y'all, it's beautiful. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, living abundantly ever after is a real fucking thing. It's real, and it is possible for you too. See why I love this deck? Okay, you just see, like, we're doing some, this is, I love it. Okay. So then we have Awakening. Also, I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting a little setup here because I do want to start doing videos live. And for whatever reason, YouTube feels the most comfortable for me. I haven't decided. I do love Instagram, but I'm still trying to figure out, do I want to be there? But right now, like, YouTube feels really good. So then we have Intuition. Oh, I just noticed the background up here, like the art extends underneath those borders. Universal Flow. Love this. Spiritual Gifts. That reminds me of Picasso. Like, I can see the flowers like dancing. Hidden Treasure. Trust and Forgiveness. I like that these two were combined together for so many reasons. Back in the day, I used to do Forgiveness Friday in my group, and we would go through forgiveness practices because forgiveness is so important along the healing journey. A lot of times we're holding on to things and we're reliving them because we will not forgive. And one of the things that I teach and make very clear is that forgiveness is not about the person. It's not about anything other than allowing yourself to be free so that you can heal and move forward. So we have Natural Born Leader. Hunter is pissed. Surrender. Judgment. Obsession. This is pretty purple. Core Values. Approval. Every time I'm pulling a card, there's like messages, so I'm trying to be mindful and just share the cards so we don't get too sidetracked. But like, it's so many things that, nourishment. Ooh, this is a word that has been coming up a lot. Past life connections. Wake up call. Spiritual teacher. Yeah, I haven't seen some of these. Old soul, like a lot of these actually. Let me see. I was gonna see if it was on my phone, but I'm using my phone. Creative process. Restlessness. Authentic self-expression. Heavenly helpers. Rejoicing. Celebration. Boundaries. Connection. Shooting star. Ooh, this one's interesting. Automatic negative thoughts. Reconciliation. Recognition. Source. Healing with nature. I really love this embroidery. Like, love it. Perception. I can't wait to read the guidebook to see, what the thought process was behind the art in the card. Like, I cannot wait. Then we have fear. Look how complicated that is. And it's almost like if you tear the fear away, like, I don't know, there's like emotional freedom right there. It's almost like this was like stitched up, you know, to try to hide the blessings or hide the goodness that's available. Time to lighten up. The magic touch. Visionary. Power struggle. Dark night of the soul. I'm all about education. Synchronicities. I love that that's card 44. Career transition. New door. Universal mind. Some of them are sticking together a little bit. That's how I kind of unstick the cards. I just bend them back and forth. And then I also bend them kind of inward like this and out. And that kind of helps get the sticky out of it. So like bending them in all the directions basically. Unwavering faith. Tough love. Self-sabotage. Empath. Auric field. Soul group. The journey. Entrepreneur. Mirror. Old habits. Parting ways. Positive life changes. Angel numbers. Support team. Limiting beliefs. Wishful thinking. Seeker of truth. Karma. Hibernation. Spiritual growth. Resolve. Environment. Universal bank. Inner child. Earth steps. Earth shifts. Energy healer. Increase. Mentor. Soulmate. And generosity. What a beautiful card to end the deck with. So that is the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. I did a tarot coaching certification a while back and created some life coaching spreads that I use with my clients. And I feel like this deck is one that I'm going to use a lot in my client work, in addition to like my own personal work. I am so grateful for this deck. It is beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I'm going to set this to the side, and as per usual, I don't have anything to get the plastic off of this deck. Oh, I do. Ah, ha, ha. I'm actually prepared today. Let's see if I can get a good, there we go. So this is the Guiding Light Oracle. It's a 68 card deck, and let's see, it says connect with the beautiful and magical light that can only be found within you. Love it already. The Guiding Light Oracle is designed to take you deep within the hidden areas of your psyche, encouraging you to move out of your own way to find wisdom and advice from your guiding light. I love this. Throughout your life, as you experience times of disconnect or even times of darkness, know it is only temporary. As you Learn to purposely and with great intention connect with your inner light. You will begin to understand the truth of who you really are. A beautiful spark of divine light that has purpose and value. Absolutely. Not only will you realize that you are loved by Source, but you will begin to remember that you are love itself once you delve into these 68 cosmically inspired and comprehensive guidebook. Love is truly all there is, y'all. So that's the inside of the box. So this is the guidebook. It is a good substantial book. Same thing, there's a table of contents, gives an introduction. What is the guiding light within you? Establishing your inner connection, which talks about meditation. Reaching for a higher understanding. 5 key areas of the guiding light oracle. So they kind of have some suits, I see, and they're broken down into soul lessons, divine guidance and interconnection, higher perspective, emotional healing, and creating and manifesting through your soul connection. Oh, I love this because this is kind of, okay, I see what's happening here. It shares how to work with the deck, getting the most out of the oracle, some questions that you can ask, how to prepare for a reading, interpreting the reading, and then she also shares spreads and layouts. Ooh, a divine plan reading. I like that. These might be the same ones as in the other group. I'm not sure. No, that one's different. Written in the Stars, destiny reading. Oh, wow, there's quite a few readings in here. Cool. So I saw a few of the pictures on the back of the artwork, and I really like those. So this is the back of the cards. So we have life force energy, freedom of choice, empathic overload. I love the cosmic images, like, makes me very happy. Guiding light. Oh, look at these nebula. Kindred souls. Divine timing. That looks like a dog. Stretch yourself. Follow the signs. Soar. Vibrational match. Crossroads. Bumpy ride. Soul contracts. Wow, look at this. Heavy heart. Take time to nurture your emotional wounds. A starry night. Synergy. Shining star. Home, sweet home. Oh, true love. I love this. Look how pretty those colors are. Perfectionist. Manifesting magic. Inspired action. Expansion. Untapped inner power. Wishing on a star. Share your gifts. The blame game. Wow, it talks about taking ownership of the life that you created. Divine intervention. Re-evaluation. Thank your lucky stars. I appreciate that these decks have like several cards in them. I really do. Inner dialogue. Divine plan. The golden stars. That's beautiful. Path of least resistance. Blessing in disguise. You are worthy. That almost looks like hands like coming together or coming out like that. Dream come true. Balancing act. And that looks like a dancer in the sky. Freedom of soul expression. Supernova. That looks like a butterfly or a dragonfly. Supernova is something that myself and one of my dear sisters were doing and just talking about. Yeah. So heart opening, divine channel, onward and upward. Look at all those galaxies. Soul searching, the challenger, I really appreciate these images because when I'm looking at them, like I see different things. Like here, like this could be like an eagle or maybe even a dove. And that almost looks like an open palm, and that's inner guidance. Rise above, it looks almost like you're getting transported to another world, another dimension. Reach for the stars. Soul purpose. Reaching out. Heart of compassion. Spiritual practice. Align with your wholeness. I love that because we are whole, and it's just that we allow our minds and our circumstances to make us think that there's something wrong with us when there's not. Purging process, healing cocoon of light, victim mentality, like that, oof. Lightheartedness. I keep seeing a lot of birds. False assumptions. I see like, never mind, I'll keep that to myself. Conscious living. Collaboration, that's beautiful. Collective consciousness. This almost looks like a person, right? This is like the shoulder, the neck area, that's the face, the head, and it looks like the crown chakra just lit up with all of that knowledge and wisdom of the collective. Energy protection. Beacon of light. Financial freedom. Visualization. Dreams. Hardened heart. And boon. That's interesting. Heaven is rushing in and showering you with blessings. Open your heart to receive. Wow. So that, my friends, is the gorgeous Guiding Light Oracle, also created by Kelly T. Smith. Not gonna lie, love both of these decks. These would be in my forever collection. One of the things that I learned from Kim of Abundant Life Tarot is to like cull your deck. So she actually helped me get out of like the collecting just to be, buying decks just to be buying them. So now I took a course that she had on her site that was about deck collecting and really understanding, why am I buying this deck? And so now, even if there's something like, particularly on Kickstarter, I'll see something and maybe I'll like save it or I'll back it. But then I go back and I look at the images of the artwork. I look at the creator and I'm like, okay, is this in alignment with me? Do I really need this? Is there something else that I have? Like, would I just be buying this just because it was created now? So I'm very intentional. There were a lot of decks that I backed and then backed out of because it was just like, okay, you're just buying this just to buy it. Like, do I need this? Or is this just a cool thing that I want to add? And sometimes it's okay to add the cool decks. One in particular, James Eads has, I think it's called the Mirror Visions, which is kind of like the Cosma Visions and Prisma Visions were kind of printed on each other. So it's like this holographic effect. And I really would like to have that deck, but I don't need it. So yeah, I'm just being mindful about that. And so once I get a deck, because one of the things that I have not done is I've never sold any of my decks. I have given a few away, or like bought a couple that I've given to like my daughter. But most of the decks that are in my collection are there for specific purposes. However, there are some that I've purchased on Kickstarter that once I got them, I was like, oh, this was underwhelming, you know? Which is also what helped me to be more mindful about those selections that I am choosing on Kickstarter. And I share in most videos where I'm talking about collecting, like I'm very intentional about getting diverse decks and decks that are created by people of color, that feature people of color. So that's something that's really important to me. I don't like minimalistic decks, so I try not to buy those because for me, I'm just like, you know, but to each their own. I just like the more detailed, nuanced artistry in my cards, or like they feature beautiful images. Like, you know, I like astrology, I like astronomy, and so these images will definitely speak to me. So yeah, so when I add a deck into my collection, I have a database that I plug everything into. There's a cult section where I can choose, you know, is this a forever deck? Forever means it's not going anywhere. If it's one that I keep, it's one that I would like to keep, but if I part with it, it won't, you know, it'll sting a little maybe, but it won't be like life ending. And then there's ones that I'm like, sell. Like these are ones I know that I would totally be okay with selling. So just to kind of, because my daughter challenged me to like, well, you have so many decks, so why don't you sell some before you buy new ones? And I'm like, no, but I will go through my collection and see, okay, which ones would I feel comfortable selling if I had to? And so that was good for me to really question that and sit and think about it. So yeah, I don't know, maybe one day I will sell some of my decks, but I know it won't be anytime soon. I really need and desire to get my entire collection together, see what fits, see what no longer resonates, and then go from there. So yay! Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have been enjoying me sharing my decks with you. I will probably continue doing that. And maybe I'll start sharing crystals too. That's something that I used to do on my first channel a while back, is I would talk a lot about crystals and share like the crystal that I was working with and things like that. So we shall see. If you have any questions, my comment section is open for you. I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.